We just want to hear something from Mike.
I can either tweet or I can make a game, my man.
Word, and we'd rather have you making the game. I bet.
Agent, as we come to a close on 2K20, what was your favorite part of that game?
Honestly, my favorite part is just playing with my friends at the end of the day, but I'm on the park most of the time anyway. So I'm just looking for new park experiences.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a prolific.
Great vision, David. Thank you. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. You've got Derek White, Jakob Poeltl out there at DeRozan. Then there's Murray, and it's Walker in at the small forward. And for New Orleans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots, and it's Favors in at the center. And tonight's game may be won or lost on that front line, Smitty. What makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, that tandem can switch on pick and rolls. That tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them great.
Interesting. And he gets the bucket. DeRozan's got his second bucket of the night.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
Holiday inside the line. And Poeltl pulls it down. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. About a minute played so far here in the first. Pass to DeRozan. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. DeRozan's got 6.
What vision from Poeltl, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Ball against Murray. Shot clock at 6. At the elbow, Williamson. Here's Holiday, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Spurs have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Pass to Poeltl.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Holiday, the pass to Williamson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday stand very patient, waiting for someone to break free. The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running. Not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
Here's Ball. After the basket by San Antonio. For 3, Ingram gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up or he's gonna make you pay.
Here's DeRozan, and that one good. 10 points for him. Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Murray against Ball. From past the arc. Rebound, San Antonio.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
It's Ingram on the wing, guarded by Walker. The shot. And the shot is long. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for San Antonio. 7-point differential. Down low, the 10-footer, and the jumper is on the mark. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
58 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lock at 6. Ingram. And the layup's good off the glass. Ingram's got 5.
The instincts of Ingram, just seeing the lane and pouncing on it in the blink of an eye.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And the official signals the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Then for the Spurs, Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for White. Birtle the pass to Gay. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Hart. DeRozan defending. Passes it to Melly. Over Gay. And another turnover here by New Orleans. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for them, they ended up on the losing side of that score.
Now Jackson. To the paint and stolen by Zeller. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the San Antonio. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end. And
that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Tyler Zeller. Rudy Gay is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Mills. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Okafor is checked in for the Pelicans.
And perimeter shooting, never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Jackson finds Redick to the inside. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Hart.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
Okafor, the rebound by the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page. The
pass to Gay. Here is Forbes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. So both teams making some changes here. Here's DeRozan. Clock at 4. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Pelicans trail by 4. To the middle and stolen by Zeller. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Ball.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Again, New Orleans turns it over. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. Drew Holiday is checked in for Josh Hart. Spurs also with the sub. Pirtle, he's checked in for Zeller. Holiday with the block.
Terrific two-way player. Drew Holiday not giving an inch, and he sends that one way back.
Ingram attacking. Outside Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, he talked about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. White, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. Here's Holiday after Rudy Gay's bucket. Williamson with it. 23 points for him the last game against Sacramento. Ingram attacking. The kick out to Holiday. Here's Okafor. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Okafor's got 4 points this quarter. And Drew Holiday, one of the 3 brothers playing in the NBA at the same time. Ray, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumlees for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Eric, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation. And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
DeRozan scanning the floor to the left side wing. White, good.
I love the vision by DeMar DeRozan. He found the wide open teammate.
Ball against Murray. Ball kicks to Okafor. Pass to Ingram. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Tipped away. Murray, the pass to White. No good on the triple. And here is Williamson. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And a close. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 14 points and 1 assist. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been. And that's going to do it for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point. New Orleans needs to get off a shot, and it's in there. Favors has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Pelicans. Sometimes, Smitty, you see someone make a pass and wonder, how did he even see that guy? I mean, it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul leads that list. I think from a big Jokic, Trae Young is a young guy, Ben Simmons, Doncic, those guys see the floor extremely well.
The Pelicans trail. Outside Holiday. Inside. Here's Williamson. That shot, no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Pass to Holiday. Now here's Williamson. Guarded closer. It's good.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Murray kicks to DeRozan. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for Walker. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. And it's Mills in for Murray.
When DeRozan senses he's on a roll, he becomes hyper-aggressive.
Outside Jackson. Passes to Hart over Bellinelli. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Hart's got his second bucket.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. Oh, that's blocked.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
The Pelicans, they are committed to New Orleans. Some have speculated they'd be a candidate to move to the Seattle market. Organization-wise, they have said they're not going anywhere.
Rudy Gay's checked in for DeMar DeRozan.
Showing he's not just a perimeter threat. Forbes takes it up strong against tight defense.
Hart the pass to Redick. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Up and in on the layup. Jackson's got 8. And when the new GM took over basketball operations, he said ownership's commitment was a big factor.
They have said all the right things. Sometimes teams in the South can struggle with attendance. The Pelicans have made it clear they want to win right here in New Orleans.
San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the night.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Riddle's checked in. Holiday the pass to Redick. It's good. This game is all even. Redick's got his first points in this one.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
Okafor's checked in for New Orleans. And Mills kicks to Forbes. Now here's Mills. No points in the game yet for him. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
The pass to Hart. Here's Hayes for the lead, and it's good on the way in. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Forbes. To the inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Poeltl using his frame well, drawing the defense into him on his shot.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Ball. No good on the three.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
It's a tie game. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter, we've got Rudy Gay. DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then there's Jakob Poeltl, and it's Walker in at the three slot. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Holiday, the pass the ball. Now, Williamson. 6 to shoot. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Feeds it to Gay. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Pass to Favors. Back to Ball. And another turnover here by New Orleans. Spurs making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. San Antonio trailing here. Passes it to White. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
The Pelicans tried to build a contender around Anthony Davis. They're hoping this go around with Zion Williamson, they'll be able to create a more complete team.
And Walker kicks to White. He is looking for Poeltl and finds him. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. From deep, Walker. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And Steve, with the Anthony Davis trade completed, a new look for the Pelicans.
Yes, plan A, Kevin, was to make it work with Anthony Davis.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told his guys, tempo, more tempo. We've got to be quicker into transition. Push the ball. Let's get some opportunities before their defense can set up. Kevin, back to you.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. They trail by 1. Now Ball. And the shot is good. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Murray kicks to Walker. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now the pass to Purtle. Out to White. Here's DeRozan. A three-pointer off the mark. Well, for New Orleans, shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. New Orleans making a switch here. Redick is checked in. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. It's DeRozan with the drive. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 22 points for DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, when you need a score, go to the guys you feel comfortable with.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Walker, and that one hits back iron. Spurs have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Murray. Some solid defense from Ingram. The Pelicans trail. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And Ball is not going to back down in these moments. In fact, he embraces being the man when it's a big possession. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Favors. And Pirtle pulls it down. White drives in. And stolen by Williamson. Redick with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Good!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And Walker kicks to White. Pass to DeRozan. And here is Pirtle. And the rejection by Favors.
The long reach of Favors have a real impact, especially when he leaves the ground quickly in time for blocks.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
And it's all about the three right here.
And they're looking to tie it up. Live to play another period. We'll see what they run right here.
Back to Walker. Down low, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
5 seconds left in the game. From deep. No good there. So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. What a show. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Experiences. Actually, this is mad underrated is Team Up. I found out I like Team Up because I never really played on that side of things. And I played a game with you, LD. And I was like, man, this is a genuine good time. And yeah, LD, you put me on. I'm not gonna lie, you was out there balling with Kobe.
Yeah, we got those W's, Agent, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're representing the 2K community right now. If there's anything you could ask Mike.
And with a crowd franchise. Thank you, David. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Memphis. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, San Antonio down 4 spots from them.
And you know, for the Spurs, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players, because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. And for San Antonio, they've got DeJounte Murray. DeRozan out there with Poeltl. Then there's Derek White. And it's Walker in at the small forward. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs. Here's Jackson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Over to the left wing. Walker the pass to DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Well, you look at DeRozan's game, and he's a powerful finisher. That's really one of the main staples of his attack.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
White drives in. Jackson against DeRozan. Poeltl, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And Poeltl is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
Here's Walker. He feeds it to DeRozan. Over Brooks. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Walker. DeRozan's got his second bucket of the night. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Nice shot by Poeltl.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And he comes up with the deuce. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And he recovers it.
And Poeltl deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
Murray dishes to DeRozan. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Rebound by Jang. The Grizzlies trail by 11. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Clark kicks to Allen. Here's Melton. Just 5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers. Pass to Bellinelli. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Allen for the 3. The Grizzlies with another miss. And the Spurs with possession. They're on a 17-4 run. Gay. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Gay is on the court for his scoring ability, and there's no better way to get points on the board than with the and one.
Zeller, he's checked in for Pirtle.
And you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the night.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it. Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
On the wing, Bellinelli gets the three-pointer to fall. Bellinelli's got 5.
So good at feeling out the defense. Bellinelli knows when he has room to shoot off the pass.
To the wing right side. Chang with a clean look. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Now Bellinelli. Pass to Mills. It's intercepted. Up in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's San Antonio. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been terrific. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Alex. Zhang is out there with Clark, and it's Melton in at the point. That shot wide open. Gay's got his second basket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Forbes the pass to Gay. Misses the three. The Grizzlies trail by 15. The pass to Clark. They swipe it. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes. Spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
Back to Bellinelli. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
To the middle. Here's Clark. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Gay. Bellinelli dishes to Gay. Pass to Forbes. Spurs passing it around. Zeller. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Boy, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a joy to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there, in terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that
Good name. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And you know, for that Pelicans game, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies.
Derek White played his first 3 years at Division III UC Colorado Springs. This guy ended up being the 29th pick in the 2017 draft out of Colorado. In his lone season with the Buffaloes, he was all Pac-12 first team and all defense.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Morant passes to Anderson. The Grizzlies with another miss. And coming out of high school, White's only scholarship offer was a partial one to Colorado Springs.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes rejection like that can actually fuel you to greater heights. It put a chip on his shoulder. He plays with an edge. He improved, transferred to the Pac-12 for his senior season, and really the rest is history. He's got a promising future as an NBA player in front of him.
And foul on the and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
He gets it in there. San Antonio leading by 19. Walker finds White. Murray with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Tell you what, guys, you've got to be more aware of Murray there. When he's aggressive like that, he can cause problems.
Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. 2 on the clock. That one good for 2. Valanciunas has got his second bucket tonight.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
And with the lead, I like the strategy.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. San Antonio did not hesitate to set the pace. They went to work early at both ends of the floor, going. And that's a.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then it's White. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Goes up, and Walker throws it down.
Well, that steal was really triggered by the quick instincts of DeRozan. Very aware and then anticipating the pass.
Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Jackson.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Valanciunas, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
6 on the shot clock. And Walker kicks to White. And it's off from three-point range.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Deep 2 from Brooks. It doesn't go for him. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
And at 6'3", Morant sure can fly. Love when he gets up and throws it down.
Here's White. San Antonio again missing. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Well, Clark, underrated athleticism for Derek White. For a 6'4" guard, he can finish above the rim.
And not only that, guys, but he also blocks shots. I mean, coming out of college, he and #1 pick Markelle Fultz, the only players in the Pac-12 that rank top 10 in scoring, assists, and blocks. That's a heck of a triple.
Offensive rebound. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the left wing. Valanciunas inside. Hurdles there. Valanciunas, good.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
From deep, Brooks. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And while we can, let's see which rookies have led the way in scoring since the All-Star break. Ja Morant, third.
As this season progresses, you can see his confidence growing. Sometimes you forget that he's just a rookie. I mean, he looks very confident and poised with his approach to the game.
Has the moxie of a veteran, Greg. I mean, since the All-Star break, it's been showing up big time on the scoreboard.
Jackson passes to Brooks. Jackson kicks to Anderson. Off target from three-point range. Spurs leading by 22. It's DeRozan with the drive. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray.
Well, the shot repertoire of Jakob Poeltl, mostly 10 feet and in is his strength. He's an old school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Now, here's DeRozan. Not a lot of room. He can't get that one. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Valanciunas. He's got 8. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's DeRozan, and that one is good. DeRozan's got 9 points here in the second half.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
DeRozan defending. It's stolen by DeRozan.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Gay with the block.
Gay using his reach and bounce to perfection to block the shot.
And finished off by DeRozan.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Here's Morant. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Clark is out there with Anderson. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, locking down the middle. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
Valanciunas, good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Anderson kicks to Valanciunas. Now the dish to Clark. Here's Brooks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. So ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Nice ball movement on display there. Bellinelli, a decent passer, capable of connecting well with his teammates.
Jackson misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Johnson, the pass to Samanic. Lays it up and banks it in. Samanic has got his first 2 points of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Jackson can't get that one to fall. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Johnson can't hit.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And it's good for 2. 6 points for Brooks.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
To the paint, here's Samanic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Allen dishes to Brooks. It's deflected. It's stolen by Johnson. Now here's Mills. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Allen, that's good.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Here's Medu. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Well, you look at Mills and the kind of passer he is now, setting up his teammates, indicative of the kind of work he put into his passing game.
It's Allen on the wing. Launches it. A rebound by the Spurs. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Spurs.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeMar DeRozan.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Here's Johnson. Lays it up off the glass.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Samanic. Poked away. 4 on the clock. And it's San Antonio with another.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Tolliver the pass to Watanabe. No problems knocking that one down.
You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
From deep three-point range, and the miss. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Mike, what would it be?
It's all gonna be things he can't say. Like, when's it dropping? Like I need to know everything, man. Like, hey, Mike, just want you to know you are appreciated. I know the devs don't hear that all the time, but I know you be working day in and day out.
Appreciate it, Agent. What kind of questions do you ask him specifically?
Like, yo, when's the game release? Is it gonna release for PS4? When's the PS5 gonna release? Is there gonna be gameplay differences?
Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 1. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. And it's Williamson missing. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. Morant with it. Ingram with the steal. And Favors kicks to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, a nightmare to defend in space. Williamson showing elite acceleration with the ball in his hands.
Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou. But new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players.
And the training staff from the Suns had an outstanding track record over the years.
The envy of a lot of teams in the NBA as they were able to extend the careers of players like Steve Nash and Grant Hill, 2 all-time greats. And they set a trend in some of the biometric tracking that they do and looking for early signs of impending problems. All about preventative medicine, Kevin, to have players be at their best.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Yeah, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, smiles on their face. That's what they want. Holiday very skilled at getting to that spot and hitting a J.
And the basket by Jackson.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Ball. His last outing, he had 18 points. Good on the triple. Williamson's got 5 now.
And you can tell Williamson is aware he has to keep working on that part of his game. Good to see him knock that one down.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And here is Ball. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. With the shot, Grizzlies with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. He gets that one. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing by 2. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. And it's Ingram missing. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Valanciunas, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
Now, good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Now, here's Ball. Favors passes to Holiday. Now, Williamson. Banked in off the glass. Williamson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
This is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Jackson. And it's Melton with the rebound.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Count that one. Here's Jackson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Passes it to Melly. He kicks it to Hayes. New Orleans moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Redick passes to Hayes. He doesn't hit that one.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Valanciunas. Doesn't go for him. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Hart. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Melton. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. A good close contest so far. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Clark is out there with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at point guard. And here are the Grizzlies now after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. Here's Clark, covered by Redick. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Jackson's got the ball. That's tipped. Here's Clark, and it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Hayes. Now here's Redick. Jang defending. Redick passes to Melly. Fires from deep. The shot by Redick, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Over in the corner, Allen lets it go with the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before in the legal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. You have freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
No one covering. Melly's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Clark finds Jang. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. In third, the Pelicans. The Grizzlies, fourth.
Yeah, I mean, the fast break is really the focus for both of these clubs. I mean, we've seen them take it up a notch here of late and really playing with a fast tempo.
Ball's checked in for the Pelicans. And Ball slams it in.
And I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
And Anderson gets it to go. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Now Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Gotta respect how quickly Ball gets to the rack. I mean, if you give him the lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it quickly.
Stolen by Ball. There's the pass to Hart. Kicks it to Redick. And it's Ball in the corner. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Jang.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Morant dishes to Jang. There's the feed to Jackson. Can't hit from in close. Pelicans trail by 4. Outside, Redick. Passes it to Hayes. Here's Melly. Out to the right wing. Pocket 6. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And Ball is certainly capable of throwing it down thanks to his size. I mean, easily lifting off the ground and just finishing that one with authority.
Out left to the wing. Anderson kicks to Jackson. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Lets it go from 11, and with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Ball. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And that one's good, Morant. Morant's got his first points of the game.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Now here's Redick. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Melton, and he banks in the layup. Melton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies. 15 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Ball. He's guarded closely. It's good.
There's just a feel that Ball plays with that really separates him from so many other players. He's superb at finding ways here to score in the paint.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4-4. Bad.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram in at the small forward.
How about the focus here from Ball on offense? Constantly looking for ways to score. Feels like he can get any shot he wants. Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Inside, Favors, and a slam dunk by Favors.
And love how Ball uses the pick and roll to his advantage. Excellent at creating passes around defenders.
Here's Jackson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Jackson's got 12 points in the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
And it falls over the rim and in. He has 6.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Took him no time at all on that one. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Allen kicks to Brooks. Right wing, jacks up a three, connects from three-point range. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
It's kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Ingram dishes to Williamson. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Stolen by Jackson. To the middle. It's stolen by Valanciunas. The 15-footer. He's off on that one. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. Feeds it to Favors. Hits the jumper in space. Favors got 6 points.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
It's Brooks on the wing. Here's the 3. Favors with the rebound. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for New Orleans. It's a 1-point game, and it's Ingram missing.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And they pick up 2. 6 points for him. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that? We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor.
Exactly.
And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from Draymond Green or Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Jackson passes to Holiday. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
This is how you ruin an opposing team's defense. Holiday runs inside and finds the easy shot there.
Here's Brooks. Misses off the left iron. Holiday, no one around him. He sinks the 11-footer. Holiday's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
Now Drew aggressive there, right? You could see committing to that shot, looking more than happy to rise up and fire.
It's a tie game in Memphis. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, Nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jaren Jackson is out there with Clark, and it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And Memphis with another turnover here. New Orleans leading by 3. Now here's Ball. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Ball kicks to Favors. Back to Ball. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Ball's got 9 points here in the second half.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. Here's Morant. No good on the quick 3. New Orleans in the lead. In the corner, it's Ingram. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Brooks. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
The Pelicans have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Ball. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Pass to Jackson. Sinks that one from the post.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Holiday with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. Redick comes in for Drew Holiday.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential, very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Valanciunas is checked in for Clark. Now here's Ball. Tight defense on him, and Ball slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Jackson misses. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. A 15-footer. They get it back.
And Williamson doesn't let up consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
Pass to Valanciunas. He kicks it to Morant. Hands it from downtown.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
And it's Morant missing. New Orleans leading by 10. Williamson, the pass to Favors. Nice feed from Valanciunas.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Pelicans.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lonzo Ball.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Here's Brooks. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery, Kevin, on time, on target.
Now here's Ball. He's tightly guarded. Redick with the three. Drills it from outside. Redick's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pelicans. Down low and stolen by Williamson. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Redick, no good. Valanciunas finds Brooks. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Well, I can't talk about release dates yet. A little bit later than usual, I'll say that.
Yeah.
For next gen, we're talking next gen. Gameplay differences, there's going to be a lot. There's some similarities between the two, but they share the same kind of DNA. But next gen just has a lot more of everything.
What's been your focus going into the year?
How can we make the game?
One of the best, the lively and colorful Riverwalk. Just part of what makes San Antonio. And here's a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center, locking down the middle. And for San Antonio, we've got White. DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the small forward. Doubled by Murray. Pass to Williamson. No one near him. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. You know, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys starting to get nights off.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Mavericks. Here's Ball. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, I just love seeing it. Ball put it on the deck, using those long strides to get all the way to the cup.
Spurs working the ball around now. Poeltl with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Out to White. Wants to get it to DeRozan, and does. And the rejection by Favors. And they'll keep possession. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Here's Holiday. Again, the Pelicans score.
We know Drew likes to get to the rim, but he's developed a mid-range jumper for when the defense is playing him that way.
White, good.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Ingram against Walker. 6 to shoot. Ingram dishes to Favors. Shoots over Poeltl. That shot off the mark. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in. Be efficient. Everyone was on the same page, and you got a chance to see the results.
And Favors kicks to Ball. His 3-pointers off the mark. That one drops for him.
You love the effort of Favors. On the glass, he's a scrappy player who comes away with second chance opportunities for his club.
To the inside, and stolen by Favors. Ball, the pass to Ingram. A fresh 14 for New Orleans. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
This is what you love about Williamson. On the shorter side for a big man, but he's developing the pump fake as an equalizer. And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, They give you confidence, and that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
Gay kicks to Bellinelli. Back to Gay. Now here's Bellinelli. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Pass to Hart. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Forbes. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Williamson. No good off the back of the rim. Spurs trail by 9. Mills in the corner for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. And here are the Pelicans. They're on a 15-4 run right now. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Redick with the 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Gay left side. Passes it to Bellinelli. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And a deep 3 from Redick. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Jackson is out there with J.J. Redick. And it's Hayes in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And Zeller kicks to Mills. Back to Zeller. Here's Gay. Pelicans pull it in.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
Spurs trail by 11. Forbes the pass to Gay. Now here's Mills beyond the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Mills has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
And Steve, the size and athleticism of Gay has always set him apart at that small forward position.
He's able to make something out of nothing, playing over the top most of the time of his defender. He is dangerous.
Hart kicks to Redick. And a miss there on the triple. In transition, here come the Spurs. Shots good by Mills.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
New Orleans leading by 6. Here's Hart. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. They get it back. Belly, and he converts the layup. Belly's got his first 2 points.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Back to Gay. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Spurs, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Okafor dishes to Redick. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's Okafor missing.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Gay can't hit. Pelicans leading by 8. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Really got to give props to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in his path.
Birtle, the pass to Gay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, And Bellinelli kicks to Gay. Outside DeRozan. From deep three-point range, Okafor grabs the miss.
They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed if he continues to take shots like that.
Yes, he is definitely going to the bench and maybe to the locker room.
It's interesting, Smitty. We're seeing guys like Dirk and Vince Carter play into their 40s. I'm wondering if this is a byproduct of improved nutrition and conditioning, and if that accelerates this trend.
I think it does, Kevin. I also agree to add to that. I think the game is less physical. I think a lot of those guys are taking care of themselves, but when the game is not as physical, it's a lot more perimeter. You can play longer. I'm curious, Kevin, will anybody play into their 50s?
You know, wouldn't that be amazing? That's a good question. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Holiday finds Ingram. Shoots over DeRozan. Again, the Pelicans score.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pirtle, the pass to Murray. Gay trying to break free. San Antonio again missing. Pelicans leading by 12. 27 seconds left now here in the second. Ingram passes to Okafor. Holiday looking over the floor. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. Gay, that's a two-pointer, and the jumper is good.
And that's just a good-looking shot. Gay's always had a good-looking jumper.
Outside Holiday. He gets it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sport. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They lead by 10. And that's a...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Zion Williamson with a strong contribution so far, guys, in this one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then it's White. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
And the Pelicans under head coach Alvin Gentry, a team that looks to get out and run.
Reason why, GA, he was an assistant under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix when the pace and space trend was just getting started. Also on the bench for the Warriors, and we know how they like to get up and down. That up-tempo style is what he preaches.
White against Holiday. And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Walker's shot is off.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Favors. Makes it off the glass. Favors got his second basket.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
And White kicks to DeRozan. Back to White. From deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280.
And he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
When DeRozan gets to the rim like that, you know how it's going to end.
New Orleans leading by 11. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Outside, Redick. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Walker, and there's the pass to Mills. Stolen by Jackson. Unhindered, going all the way. A nice shot by Melli. Melli's got the lead up to 13 now for New Orleans. And it's DeRozan with the ball for San Antonio. Here's Mills. Off with the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
Here's Forbes. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Forbes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pelicans leading by 12. Feeds it to Redick. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Out to the right wing. Pass to DeRozan. And Forbes kicks to DeRozan. Back to Forbes. Shot clock at 6. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Williamson, the pass to Jackson. And no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Walker looking for an opening. Here's Forbes. And that one's on target from the wing. Forbes has got 5 points now in the quarter. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Hart the pass to Williamson for the 3. And it's J.J. Redick with the 3. And the Pelicans lead by 15. Pass to Zeller. He kicks to Mills. He dishes it to DeRozan. Count it. Good. DeRozan's got his second basket of the night.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Here's Hart. Tries again. And it's Melli missing.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
Both free throws good from Forbes.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Ball with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Forbes. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pelicans lead by 11. And coming up is... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for New Orleans right now, Ball and Holiday combined at the guard spots. He's out there with Ingram, and it's Okafor in at the 5.
One of the better defenders in the league. Drew Holiday embraces the challenge.
And defending the top scorers in the league is no picnic, but Drew Holiday says it's fun for him.
That's what he grew up on, and he comes from a basketball family. Defense was a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
Ball against Murray. Ball with the bucket.
And you see Ball there making the right read off that pick and roll. He really does excel at coming off for the shot. The D's going to have to fight over the top and force him to drive.
Pirtle dishes to White. Here's Gay. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Okafor's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 14. Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Favors has checked in. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Ball against Murray. Here's Hayes, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Passes the ball, and stolen by Murray, and a fast break now for the Spurs. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Pirtle.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Ball kicks to Holiday. Murray against Ball. And 2 free throws coming up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. The focus of his speech was hustle. He told his players, those guys are going to come at us. We have to match their intensity, and we have to play with a great deal of energy. We're all in here, fellas. Kevin?
He's a big body. Derek Favors able to weather the contact and guide it home.
To the middle. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Pirtle.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Ball with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Ball no good. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Here's Pirtle. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Pirtle's got 11 points here in just the second half. Out to the wing. To the paint. Here's Ingram. Yep, that one goes.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
DeRozan passes to White, and yes, it's good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
New Orleans leading by 9. It's Ingram on the wing. And he banks in the layup.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Pelicans.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Zion Williamson.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Count it.
You have to love the way DeRozan went at the rim. He knows he's at his best when he's the aggressor.
34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Ball against Murray. We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ball. DeRozan with the rebound. They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
Kevin, turn out the lights. This party's over.
It might be. Walker's shot is off. Redick inside the line, off the mark. So New Orleans wins it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd and...
and lower body fluid, and goaltend. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Fun. I know that sounds kind of dumb, but a lot of times from the dev standpoint, we're like, how can we make the game more realistic, or how can we make it look more like what we see on TV? And sometimes those things aren't equal, right? Sometimes a really fun game is not necessarily the most realistic game. So we went to through a lot of just different meetings and the design ideas of like, well, what's not fun in 2K?
Up next. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at Memphis. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, the San Antonio Spurs. And they're down 4 spots from there.
Right now for the Grizzlies, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Murray out there with White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at small forward.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that. Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Now here's Brooks. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Valanciunas passes to Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Jackson. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's San Antonio now. 6-point game. Down low. Out to White. There's the 3. The offensive rebound. Pirtle. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
Now here's Brooks. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. DeRozan on the wing. And DeRozan throws it down.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Anderson's shot is off. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 4. Wasted no time on that one. Just when you look around the NBA, which player most emulates the style and approach that you have? And you were special. But so you've got to have a very special category for this one.
Well, thanks, Ken. That's flattering. I like to be in the categories with these guys because I'm such fans of them. But Blake Griffin, when I think about him, and also Joel Embiid, the fact that Embiid can shoot out on the floor, he can space up, but in the post, he likes to go to work as well. I just think he gives you such a mix of offensive moves that you can't stop. That as a defender, you're always worried and on guard and looking over your shoulder because you don't know what he's going to hit you with because he has so many options.
But in my mind, there's only one Chris Webber. Now here's Allen after the miss from Tyler Zeller. Here's Jang. He can't hit that time. Murray with the defensive effort. Back to Forbes. Inside. Here's Zeller, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
A high-efficiency scorer. I mean, inside. I mean, Zeller with those great soft hands.
So the wing on the left. Zeller grabs the board.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Here's Gay, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Allen's shot is off.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
Gay. It's rebounded by Memphis. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Melton passes to Clark. Here's Melton from beyond the arc. Rebound by Murray. And Forbes kicks to Gay. The layup off target. He got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And still a close game. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
They've got Chang. Allen is out there with Clark, and it's Melton in at the 1. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Bellinelli is covering. Mills with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Forbes. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
The 55th pick back in 2009. These picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty-Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Brooks checked in for Allen. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. And San Antonio also making a switch. DeRozan's checked in. Here's Jang following the score by DeMar DeRozan.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. Former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide, teams are going to former agents and lawyers in their front office. They've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
So both teams changing it up here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
Gay outside. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Anderson passes to Clark. Over Gay. Here's Valanciunas. That one's not going to go. And the Spurs going the other way now. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were fired from outside.
San Antonio again missing. And Anderson kicks to Morant. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings. A selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
Mills finds DeRozan. To halt the run, and it's denied. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Memphis moving that ball around. Brooks misses. Spurs trail by 6. Here's DeRozan. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. San Antonio also making some changes. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Gay. And Derek White subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Spurs trail by 3. Back to DeRozan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Chris, over the last 40 years, a steady decline in offensive rebound. Largely due, I'm guessing, to the concern with transition defense, right?
Definitely, and let's give respect to offensive rebounding that it should have. Whenever you had guys like Rodman, Popeye Jones, guys that used to you'd have nightmares about because they were such great rebounders, Ben Wallace. Well, now it's a little bit different because those guys were playing the 4 position, right? So now at the 4 position, you have to get back on defense because if you're not, guys are shooting threes from Curryland in the 4 position because the game is evolving. So now it is better to get back in transition than trying to get an extra possession for your team. You still want to attack the glass. You just want to make sure you know who's in the game at that time because now you have guys leaking out, getting a quick shot on that other end.
D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. To the inside, here's White. The score now all even. White's got his first points of the night.
Oh, forget about 3-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
The drive by Brooks, and he gets it to go.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Rob. Here's Morant. Wow, hammering it in.
Are you real? Morant, way up. That was fine.
DeRozan with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Pirtle kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Walker. Down low, Pirtle. That shot missing. Nice D from Brooks.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That's his first foul. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Allen's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Murray's checked in for Derek White. Valanciunas, good.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
27 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Bellinelli. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
He's not an easy man to stop, but he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Melton, no good. Walker in the post. Off target at the rim. Got it up. Oh, and he got the ball. And so it's Memphis. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was... Thanks for joining us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
On the court for San Antonio, we've got DeRozan. Murray out there with Derek White. Then there's Jakob Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. Here's Valanciunas after the basket by San Antonio. Jackson kicks to Morant. From deep three-point range, rebound San Antonio. Murray's got 5 rebounds tonight, and the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Here's Anderson, following the score by Jakob Poeltl. It's Anderson with the drive, lays it up and banks it in. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one.
He's a big man with the point guard-esque type handle. If you ask me, it's great watching him use his unique skill set.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And so here's Memphis. After the basket by San Antonio, Brooks for 3. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Poeltl. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. No good on the shot. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Morant dishes to Jackson. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 11 points.
You gotta know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Forbes can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Here's Anderson. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
DeRozan finds Murray. And it's blocked.
I love Morant's approach to the game. I mean, flying to the ball, challenging everything.
Good. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Zeller. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. He has 6. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Clark, count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts, a scorching 88%.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And so it's Memphis with it. After the miss from Tyler Zeller, Clark tips it back in. Clark's got the lead up to 13 now for Memphis.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
It's DeRozan top of the key to the paint. And there's Murray on the assist from DeRozan. DeRozan's got 3 assists in the game. .129 left in the third quarter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Ja Morant. He's had an impressive second half of the season. He's right around 17 points a night, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Here's Poeltl, following the score by Memphis. Pass to Mills. And the layup's good off the glass.
But he's not going to back off when he's down. I mean, when he's got a chance to attack the basket.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Gay. And Chang gets it to go. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Forbes. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the line for him here.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
That's good from Forbes. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Both free throws good from Forbes.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Here's Melton, covered by Mills. They grab their own miss. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Forbes. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And he makes that one. Valanciunas has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. 13 points up at... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. PJ Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. And I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
Here's White, following the basket by John Morant. Out to White. Back to Pirtle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here's Morant. That's his 7th miss in 12 shot attempts. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
That's nice hustle up the court. I mean, a nice pass to reward that hustle.
And some changes here for the Spurs. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Gay. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. Memphis leading by 10. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Spurs. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that matchup with the Pelicans, there aren't many other meetings that are as even.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
And the basket by Jackson.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And Murray, here we go. And that one, good.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Brooks, left side. Back to Anderson. And the pass to Morant. The three-pointer, no good. Spurs trail by 10. Murray with it. He's picked up by Morant. Murray, good.
Love how skilled Pirtle is. So good at getting the ball over to the open teammate.
Morant passes to Anderson. From the arc. And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Anderson. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
Well, he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
DeRozan gets the bucket.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
To the middle, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, man, great floor vision right there from Kyle Anderson. It allows him to spot his teammates left and right.
Walker goes in. That free throw good from Walker. And so Walker nails both of them. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Grizzlies. Anderson outside. It's Brooks on the wing. Anderson against Walker. Here's Morant. No good with the triple.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Grizzlies.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
There's Jackson with the 3. Feeds to Tolliver. Deflects the pass. And Memphis turns it over again.
Spurs. Utah Watanabe.
And San Antonio has possession. It's a 13-point game. Shots good by Mills.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals it.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Not fun in 2K, and we got called out by some NBA players. What wasn't
like
fun.
ass grinding,
that kind of stuff. Like throwing the ball away on cherry pick passes.
Right.
Things you didn't have control over.
That's dope. Actually, you're saying exactly what I like to hear. And this is the first time for you guys in a while where you had like a generation jump. Is there anything like you're real excited?
What a sight, a sky-high as we approach the playoffs. Let's now take a look at what's shaping up in the West. We'll take a look at the Grizzlies. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, the Pelicans, a couple spots below.
And I think for New Orleans, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. From 11 feet away, Ball with the bucket. Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided. In the backcourt with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Here's Jackson following the basket by Lonzo Ball. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And Holiday with the basket on the assist from Williamson.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Here's Jackson. He drains the quick shot.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Stolen by Brooks. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Ball. Jumps up. And the dunk by Jackson.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
He's perfect from the line this time. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. The Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Anderson right side. Down low. Valanciunas, good.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Ball dishes to Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
Hart, that's good. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Clark. Lays it up off the glass.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Now, here's Ball. He's covered closely. Pass to Hart. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. The pass to Valanciunas. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer. Valanciunas has got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
To the inside. Here's Melly. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Pass the ball. Here's Melly. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. So for the Pelicans, Okafor is checked in for Hayes, and it's Jackson in for Lonzo Ball. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Gorgie Dang comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Grayson Allen subbed in for Brooks. Here's Melton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Almost, but it rolls out. Now Okafor passes it to Hart. On the wing, Jackson. 6 to shoot. Tries it from 19. Good on the jump shot. Hart's got his second bucket. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Pelicans trail by 4. Now here's Redick. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's Clark.
You know, you can't ignore the effect Redick's defense has on that possession. I mean, active and aware, making that...
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Grizzlies lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
J.J. Redick is out there with Jackson. Then there's Okafor. And it's Melli in at the 4 spot. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. And it's Okafor missing.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
And, guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Jackson kicks to Hart. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. Second, the Grizzlies. In third, the Pelicans.
These two teams have really passed the ball well all season. They share it, they move it. It's really a pleasure to watch how they approach the game. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Outside, Redick from outside the arc knocks down the 3-ball.
Boy, the catch and shoot shot doesn't get any better than that. Redick on the money, ATM time. Guys, J.J. Redick is much more than just a standstill shooter. I mean, his movement without the ball and his quick trigger release, a very deadly combination.
Here's Hart. Really had an off game against the Kings. Never really found his rhythm. Back to Redick. Pass to Hart. Shot clock at 5. Drills the 3-pointer. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Clark, as good as he is, playing off the ball. Redick can handle and even create some for his teammates.
Yeah, I like the fact that Redick has added that to his package, Kevin, because initially he was just a catch-and-shoot guy, but he's smart, he's tough, and he's actually steady and comfortable with the ball in his hands.
Back to Jackson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Allen passes to Jang. Count that one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Memphis.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Gorgui Dieng. And here is Ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Sacramento.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
And that one's good. Morant. Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Anderson finds Jackson over Williamson, and that one goes long. Pelicans trail by 6, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
New Orleans making a switch here. Favors is checked in. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. There's 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball was right there. Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jump.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
They recover it, and it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Memphis leading by 5. Here's Morant. Valanciunas stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Ingram dishes to Hayes. Pass to Holiday. Shoots the 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very...
Thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Jonas Valanciunas.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. Got that one up quick.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Evan?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Frank Jackson. Pelicans trail by 3. Redick surveying the D. Here's Williamson. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Well, as much as Gorgui Dieng does on the court, he'll be remembered, Clark, by many for his off-the-court contributions.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly there. Dieng has revamped hospitals in his home country of Senegal, as well as sent thousands upon thousands of meals back to his homeland. I mean, you can't say enough about what this man has done for others. And that really is a measure of influence, maturity, and leadership. Great, great impact being made by Dieng off the court.
And the dunk by Williamson.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Morant with it. 6 points for him. To the paint. Here's Dieng. No good with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Redick passes to Favors. Over in the corner, Williamson. Clock at 6. Shoots over Morant. Goes back up. Favors. Rebound by Dieng. Dieng's got 5 rebounds tonight. The drive by Allen, and Allen slams it in.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Pelicans trail by 5. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Bangs home the trifecta. Hart's got 7.
You know, he does a little bit of everything. But when Hart is draining the three-pointer, that's when he's most dangerous.
Allen for 3. Rebounded by Hart. New Orleans has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Williamson kicks to Hart. At the top of the key, Favors. Passes it to Williamson for the lead. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And wow, Williamson is just so talented, able to make tough shots with the defense in his face.
Allen, that's good.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
And that one's good. Morant. And now a 4-point Grizzly lead.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Fires for 3. Hart, no good. And it's Memphis on the break. And the Grizzlies check on 2 more. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Holiday with the 3.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Grizzlies lead by 6. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. He's out there with Brandon Ingram, and it's Okafor in at the center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. He doesn't get the second one.
Always got to keep an eye on the ball. No pun intended. He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything. A triple-double threat every game.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
For three, Ingram. That shot misses. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Now Ball. Outside Holiday. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Morant, he's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. Shot left block. Anderson, the putback, and staying with the play, Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 11 now for Memphis.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Here's Ingram. Rebounded by Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the... And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Ball.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Good utilization of his height and speed to get to the line that time. Ball showing you he's got the savvy to draw contact.
New Orleans making a switch here. Both good from the line that time. Here's Morant. And Valanciunas penetrating. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Pass to Williamson. Back to Favor. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
Jackson has the open look. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Williamson, and the lead is down inside single digits. Williamson's got 9 points now in just the second half. Now the pass to Anderson. Brooks outside. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Favors has got 6 rebounds in the game. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the chart.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. 7-point differential. Outside Favors. Takes a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And that's now 9 points for Derek Favors. Morant passes to Anderson, and that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. .58 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Jackson, that's good.
Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over. Unflappable, even keel. Ball, fantastic with his poise. I mean, this guy has future star, I think, written all over him.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
Showing natural leadership skills, Morant has developed great rapport with his teammates. And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Gets the first, that shrinks the margin to just 4. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And now down to a 1-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
Here's Jackson. It drops.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Inside, it's stolen by Valanciunas. Jackson drives in, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Redick with the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Brooks. Banked in off the glass. And now a 9-point Memphis lead.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know,